Welcome to another episode of News You Can't Make Up. Today we have a story that sounds like it came straight out of a movie. It's a tale of love, loss, and deception that spans over almost 2 decades. And a quick note, welcome back to Serial Chronicles. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Now let's dive straight into the story. It's January 29, 2009, and it's been nearly 20 years since the bride-to-be reported her fiancé missing in the surf. His body was never found until recently. Bennie Harden Wint, the man who was presumed dead for almost 2 decades, was found alive and well during a routine traffic stop in North Carolina. He had been living under the name William James Sweet and had a common law wife and a teenage son. Wint was finally caught when he couldn't produce any identification as Sweet. He was arrested for not having a license. During his interrogation, he confessed his true identity. Sergeant Wyatt, who interviewed Wint, said the entire story was kinda like a movie.
The irony? Richard Kimball is innocent. Proved guilty, what Richard Kimball could not prove was that moments before discovering his murdered wife's body, he saw a one-armed man running from the vicinity of his home.
Because Wint had destroyed all of his identification and records after his supposed death, the police had a hard time believing him. They even booked him under the name John Doe until they could figure out who he really was.
Freed him to hide in lonely desperation, to change his identity, to toil at many jobs.
Wint told the police that he had disappeared to escape the authorities and anyone who was trying to kill him. He thought he was a wanted man in South Carolina on drug charges because of his involvement in a drug ring.
The destination? Death Row State Prison.
When asked for comments, Wint said he was only interested in doing interviews he would be paid for, and anything else was a waste of time. He has even put up a no trespassing sign on his property and wants to live in seclusion forever. After a blunder like that, yeah, I could understand why he would want to live in seclusion forever. The case from 1989 had left many clues that Wint hadn't drowned, and it was odd that lifeguards had never found his body. Drowning victims are usually found floating in the water or washed up near the tides, days later. Even before Wint was found, his daughter had been searching for him. She had posted on peoplesite.com hoping to find him and reunite with him. Unfortunately, she declined to comment when contacted by ABC News. With no identification, Wint will have a hard time to reclaim his life as Bennie Harden Wint. He will struggle to get his social security number or his original birth certificate. So here's a thought-provoking question for you all. If you had to disappear, how would you go about it? What would be your plan? We'd love to hear your creative ideas. That's it for today's episode of News You Just Can't Make Up. Remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction. See you in the next one.